Hello everyone. This is the week 1 recording for the observation and practicum for Edu476, and this is going to focus on classroom environment and setup. And the initial picture that we're looking at here is of the classroom, almost all the classroom, as much as I could get from the doorway. We have 4 round tables. You can barely see the one over here off to the left. And each houses 4 to 5 chairs, so that means that we can't have any more than about 17, 18 kids in here at any given time. And generally our class sizes run anywhere from 12 to 16, so definitely different from a traditional school setting. In the back is the teacher desk. I know the book talks a lot about having your own home and making sure that it's your haven. As you can see, it's not exactly a haven for our teacher here. It's very small, room enough for his laptop and a little filing system. And in the very back is the bookcase. It's one of the only ones in the classroom. I think it's the only one. But you can just make out some binders up here on the upper shelves, and those are the portfolio binders for the students. Each student has one for their class, and they keep their work in there, their quizzes, their grades are entered in there, and they track their own progress. We use a 1 through 4 point grading system, a little different than the 100 point that everyone else is used to. So the kids get used to that, and that's where they store all of their poignant work, their important stuff. In the next picture, it's one of the walls I took a picture of. Prominent on it is the above the line thing that I presented as my first day of class type thing. This teacher does it as well, and what he does is he keeps track of everything in pink that the students think means that they're living above the line, and in yellow on the post-it notes is everything that they do that tends to push them below the line. So far he's revisited this a couple of times throughout the course of the semester, and he'll keep on doing that just to remind them. And as either students notice other students doing things or the teacher does, they'll put new sticky notes up there throughout the course of the semester. So it started off a little bit smaller than this, and he's had to add on since then. And then on this wall is the whiteboard. This is the interactive whiteboard. So it's digital, has a projector that you can't see right now hanging from the ceiling. And it's the brand name is a team board. I think they're out of business now, but we bought it a long time ago. So it's not an actual smart board, but it still does the interactive stuff. You can still write digitally on it or with your finger. You can still capture the slides of your PowerPoint, that kind of thing. And so it's used quite a bit by both him and myself. And then there's some other resources on the wall, as you can see. And then on the final wall, you'll see some space for student work, which is, usually pretty plentiful. The little projector we're talking about hanging from the ceiling is right there. And then in a couple of the classes, they're reading The Great Gatsby. And so there's a lot of focus on the 20s and that kind of lifestyle and what the culture was back then. So that's just some stuff on that. And then the actual athlete right there, the wood print looking thing, is for the theme for the year for this particular learning center. It's called Going Pro, so achieving proficiency in everything they do. And so they use an athletic theme that is emanating throughout the rest of the learning center as well. And so this particular teacher adopted that as well. I think if I were going to change anything in this room, and I don't know if we're supposed to reflect on this or not, but I would go back to this area over here and make it work for me a little better. I don't know how I would necessarily do that, make it a little more homey or something, but I mean, it's a little bit discombobulated, so I would probably do something there to fix it up a little bit and make it look a little different somehow. But I think other than that, the room pretty much works. Maybe also I might add more space for student work on the walls. I'm not sure about that though. Okay, that concludes this week 1 observation on classroom environment and setup.